But what about Bill's eating habits? Into his mouth went some egg. Right away, a big bite of toast. And there was some bacon, so he stuffed in part of that.
If you're a kid of the 80s, there's little doubt that you remember Nell Carter in Give Me a Break. She was the housekeeper who came in for a family who had just lost their mother. And she was the emotional settling, if you will. She kind of held the family together with her strength, if you will. And there was a peculiar relationship on the show, which was her relationship with young Joey, the youngest kid in the family, who took the loss of his mother the hardest. And a lot of the comedy in the show was built around her correcting Joey's bad manners. We're far removed from the era of television shows like Give Me a Break, where you actually worked in coaching etiquette to young children in terms of eating and dealing with other people into the show, into people chasing social media likes by doing things like this, stuffing their face and eating very messily on camera to get social media clout, which it gets you clicks and it can get you money, but it's also something that you're doing in public. And that phrase there, in public, is a phrase that caused many a spanking back in my old days. So this is a TikTok of, I think her name is Haruno Nakagawa, and she's just eating a slice of pizza. This is the whole TikTok, but I want you to watch how she eats it.
In Japan, we this.
And that's it. That's the TikTok. There's no need to take it and pizza and get pizza sauce all your face. She's just eating pizza like a young lady should possibly be eating pizza. Now, am I saying that this is the only way to do it, or am I castigating all people in one way or the other? No, I'm not. But what I am saying is, why is it not possible for young ladies in wherever to just simply eat a nice slice of pizza, put it on in the internet, and just say, wow, this is a really good piece of pizza, and get likes for it, instead of doing what we saw in the first TikTok, which was just basically, I don't know, whatever that is, because it got a whole lot of likes. I'll let you watch it again.
In Japan, we this.
Hand over the mouth. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see even simple manners, like when you're talking with your mouth full, you cover your hand or your mouth with your hand, or even when you're you're chewing. I don't know if we need to do that, put your hand over your mouth, but it's a bit of extra way of saying I'm really particular about my manners. But you can see it's a little bit mystifying to see the need to go over the top with eating pizzas. I'm going to show you in the next TikTok.
And there was some bacon, so he stuffed in part of that. And then just one big splash of milk. And Bill was off to school.
Although I'm a little hesitant to show video of Christian Rock on camera because I think something is going on with her mentally, emotionally, these are the videos that young kids are seeing, talking about at the lunch table, and are all of the rage in the school. Kids are talking about this. Now, while there's a comedic element to that, if you want to call it that, really it just shows that there's been a drastic change in the way we used to do things as opposed to the way things are now. And so back in the era of Give Me a Break, if you were acting like that in public, which technically if you're going live streaming or if you're on live with your camera, you're technically in public, or is today's version of in public, you're getting told to do this. Now, I don't have to explain this picture. I think everyone knows what's happening in this picture. This is the selection of a switch. And after you select the switch, and it better not be too little neither, because you'll have to go out and get a bigger one, or mama is going to go out there and get it. And that's what would have happened if you were doing that kind of behavior in public. But that era's over. I get this is the social media age and people are doing things for likes and follows and attention and monetization. I get that. But much like when our grandmother or mother would turn to us in before we got out of the car and say, don't you show your behind in this store. Don't be acting crazy in public. Getting in front of this camera is essentially the equivalent of that, being in public. And so when I see young ladies like this, it's a bit saddening to me because it's a generation of young ladies who have not been socialized to use their sophistication and, you know, you kind of hide some of their sexuality and just be a bit sophisticated and elegant. Instead, they're kind of like this.
Are we saying that like he takes you on a date? Like,
no, he's like, so like when you're like, let's say like the first date, like usually on a first date, like a guy picks you up, like he takes you there and he's like expected to pay, but like what are like you expected to do, kind of like in these like datings like scenarios?
Just be
Bring
yourself.
good conversation.
Be yourself. Like are you expected to impress him? Do you want to do a party trick? I don't know.
It just speaks to the fact that our culture has kind of evolved to a place where we're not really putting a premium on character and how to act and being socialized in a certain way. And the premium is on how revealing you are, how physically attractive you are, how sexually appealing you are. And that is the substance. And once that runs out, I think we're having a generation of young ladies who don't know what to do next. And I feel sorry for these young ladies. And I just want my young girl to know what being a lady is. So that's part of it too, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.